What up, blog? I'm going to give you just a quick recap of my day and then go into a talking point, I guess. I'm going to start trying to do this instead of just giving you a recap of my day and going super in depth, because honestly, most things I don't need to go in depth on, and even if I do, they're not that interesting. So I'm going to try something new. I'm actually going to go sit on the couch to get a little more comfy. So I'll be right back. All right, so I started my day off with a quick ab workout as well as yoga. Then I got ready for the day, checked emails, text messages, etc. Then I actually went on to mail some more Clever RX mailers out to some pharmacies. I dropped those off at the post office, checked my P.O. box while I was there, and then headed to my noon Wednesday lunch networking group. And from that group, I went to a one-to-one that I had with a PNC broker. She's an independent agent. We met out at Flagship Commons in Westroads, and we talked a lot about healthcare and health insurance, talked about her history, what led her to where she was, talked about my path. I gave her some tips on, not getting screwed over, because she recently made a switch in her upline or her agency that she's working for. But we talked a lot about health insurance and very kind of in-depth topics. And so that's going to be my discussion topic with you guys here today. And in particular, I'm going to share with you guys, in my opinion, my ideal healthcare or health insurance system setup for the United States. And I'll get this out of the way right up front. I'm not a politician in general, and I'm not an economist, so I don't, of course, know for certain how different programs would work or would not work. So just a disclaimer there. Also, I'll just get this out of the way right up front as well. Even though I'm only 24 years old, I'm a millennial, maybe, I guess, I don't know. I'm not for Medicare for all. So I guess that's a good place to start. I'm not for Medicare for all, mostly because I don't agree with it morally. Essentially, I don't want to have to pay for someone's type 2 diabetes treatments when they gave themselves diabetes from eating shit food and eating junk food there for a long time. Also, I don't want to have to pay for the treatment or the inhalers or anything that goes along with an individual who has COPD and lung cancer because they're a chain smoker for their whole life. So I'm against Medicare for all or a universal healthcare system, one single payer system. There's a bunch of names for it. Socialized medicine. I'm against that for moral reasons, mostly. But then also I'm against it because in my opinion, again, I don't have all the data to back this up or whatever, I think that there's much less of an incentive to innovate in the healthcare field. There won't be doctors, there won't be as many people who want to go into specialty medicine because it's a lot more work and a lot more schooling. Of course, there'll always be some who are very passionate about neurosurgery, etc. But I think that a universal healthcare system would stagnate, or at least more plateau innovation in healthcare and health insurance. But then also, of course, from what I hear, it's very difficult to very difficult to get in to actually see a doctor because there's long wait times, not just in the waiting room, but as well as long times before you can get an appointment, like 3 weeks out. I've heard stories of people needing a knee or standard knee surgery, in Canada or other places that have a universal healthcare system, and they're waiting a month or so just to go and get a surgery. So they're living with pain for a lot longer than they would in the current setup as well as in my ideal setup. And I'll get to that right now. So I'm not heartless. I grew up Christian, I grew up Catholic, went to a Jesuit high school. I was in a fraternity. I love service. Service has always been a good part. Service and philanthropy has always been a big part of my life. So I'm not heartless, but where am I going with that? Oh, so I do think there should be some sort of Medicaid or universal health care for certain diseases. Certain things that just pop up randomly that people didn't do to cause it. You can't trace it back to poor lifestyle habits or, I guess poor lifestyle habits is the main one. I think there should be some sort of thing for like someone born with MS or what have you, the natural occurrences, the natural diseases, the rare random cancers that pop up just throughout life, I guess. There should be some sort of coverage that our tax dollars pay for those people to help out the people in society who can't really help themselves out or who just need an extra little push. The argument I have against that part, though, is, of course, well, who are you to decide, or who does decide, if these diseases are caused by anything or if they're just a natural occurrence? That does get into a gray area, I will fully admit that, but there are a lot of clear circumstances where someone had a heart attack because they're obese and they're on high blood pressure medicine anyway, and they're still haven't changed their diet or their lifestyle. So a lot of it can be traced back, I think. So then what does everyone else do who doesn't have these diseases that they're born with or just randomly get throughout life? I think that the rest of the system should be completely privatized, to be honest. And that's because I'm a somewhat decent proponent of capitalism, one, but then two, I don't remember much from college, but I do remember this one concept or one idea from an economics class. And reason number two is called the invisible hand of economics. And what that essentially says is if everyone's selfish, don't worry, I'm going somewhere with this. If everyone is selfish, if everyone is looking out for their own best interest, then that will actually benefit everyone else. So I'll use an example of healthcare. So if an insurance company wants to make more money for themselves, obviously, the person who starts an insurance company wants to make a lot of money, they're going to try to drive costs down as much as they can for their consumers, and they're going to try to grow so they can have more people on their insurance plan. When they grow, they have to hire more people, which creates more jobs, which then provides benefits for those people with the jobs. And then as they get bigger, they can maybe pay for other things that they wouldn't pay for in the past, more elective surgeries or more differential treatments like holistic care. Maybe they'll start adding chiropractic care. And so because they're selfish, because they want to make a lot of money, the insurance company, they'll actually help a ton of people along the way from being selfish. And I think the invisible hand of economics just refers to capitalism and a privatized market. So when everything is privatized and everyone is trying to compete with other companies, they will drive costs down just naturally to be a better competition, to be a better solution for the average consumer. So I think that would ultimately drive costs of insurance premiums down, would drive deductibles down, drive copays down, and it would probably even drive the cost of healthcare down, meaning doctor's visits, MRIs, surgeries. It would drive the actual costs of the procedures down. So there you have it. It's been Politics 101 from Colin, Wattonville today in this episode. I guess Politics and Economics 101. That's my opinion. That's what I think the best solution would be. Again, like I said, I don't know how much tax dollars it would take to help provide this universal health care part to more people, or Medicaid to more people. But that's just what I think we could come up with eventually as a solution for our country, because I don't think we'll ever go full single payer. I take that back. I think we eventually probably will, unfortunately. But I also don't think, I don't know, I could see us going both ways, honestly. Unfortunately, it is all political. The left wants full Medicare for all, universal health care technically is what they should be saying, or single payer system. And then the right wants, I don't know what the right wants actually. I'm pretty sure most people on the right just want to bring costs down in general, which would be, the best way to do that would probably be capitalism in a private market, a fully private market. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this, especially if you're watching this in the future. It'll be interesting to see if any of these changes have been implemented. But let me know down in the comments section below if you think my idea is horseshit and terrible and could never work, or also let me know if you think it's the greatest idea ever, and that we should all start emailing our senators and calling the mayor's offices and the governors to start implementing my fantastic idea. I'm just kidding. Let me know what you guys think. Also, please hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned to my journey building my own insurance agency from ground zero, baby. See y'all tomorrow.